cultivating the tools to that will help you exist in that realm.
Well, because it's so new, I wouldn't say felon. That's
Uh,
I wouldn't
okay.
say felon because
All
it's
right.
so
That
new.
was a poor choice of words. That was a poor
Uh,
choice of words. I'll
no,
say
no,
where.
it was insight because I think it wasn't a poor choice of words. I think it was insight because it's 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 not an all inclusive statement, but it is definitely a present statement because
Okay.
it definitely is existent. People are feeling and they showing it. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was a poor choice of words. It's just not all inclusive because
Inclusive. Okay.
some people are just it's so many different people that are going through things. That's why I said
You
we can't have no expectations in this because everybody's responding based on it's so many things that variables that play in the picture
right.
when it
Right.
comes to people responding. So I think your statement is very valid, you know.
And I think and you know what, I think mine comes from a place of kind of have weathered the tide of my own existential crisis for some years before all of this happened. So I think I'm speaking from a different level of experience, and that's kind of unfair.
Well,
So
no,
you're
I think
absolutely
it's needed. I don't know. I think it's needed. I will never say it's unfair because there are things that people can learn from people that already went through something. And so if they don't hold on to the people that already went through it and they sharing, then they'll lose sight and they'll miss it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you didn't drown before and you know what it is to come back up the surface and live, past that. And I'm sharing that with you and you still drowning. Like come on now. And you need somebody to give you insight that yeah, I've been through it, not on a theoretical stance, but on an experiential stance. And your stance is very valid because it's the experiential stance. Like, come on now. Come
Yeah.
on now. Like come on now. And then, it's so I really feel like, even that is needed, because we part of us evolving is having emotional management. And the main thing that is failing right now during this COVID is emotional management. We are failing as humans, and our success is strongly connected to our emotional management. You know, a baby, when they learning how to walk, they, if they get caught up in the fact that they fell, and they sit on that floor and be like, tag, I took a couple steps and fell. They need that parent, come on, you got it, you get it, come on. And you learn emotional management early, or you
Right.
fall and you look at your parent and you feel like crying, but it's based on a parent. What some parents be like, oh, Tommy, dang, and then Tommy just
Right.
start breaking down crying even more and like that. Or you got that parent that's very keen on emotional management, like, okay, it wasn't that deep. It's just
Right.
a little scar. Pick yourself up and go. And I feel like we are failing when it comes to emotional management right now, and we don't know who to pull on. We don't
Right.
know who to pull on.
Because we don't know who to trust. Because we
Who to
haven't
trust.
cultivated. We haven't. Well, I'll speak for myself. For a period. Um, I guess I'll call myself naive to an extent because I think for the bulk of my life, I've been very introverted, very, very introspective, very, one or two close friends, but never a social butterfly. And all of a sudden, with the emergence of social media, here comes all this. Well, you got to be a part of it. You got to get involved in it. You got to get involved in that space. You got to get involved. But what I did not realize was that I am bringing me to social media. I'm bringing Andy to social media. But other people are bringing other things. So my experience and other people's motives and experience were drastically different. And it just created this river, for me of self-doubt, confusion, um, on some levels, anger, on some levels, hurt. But when I completely removed myself from that swamp, because that's what it is, that's only when I was able to get fresh air. I was able to breathe life back into myself. I was able to get back to the core of who I was so that I could evolve to who I'm meant to be to get my work done in this life. But I could not have done that without realizing the value in myself by seeing the side of myself that was very unhealthy. I say all that to say sometimes you have to drown in order to be reborn. Sometimes you have to drown in your own naivety and your own immaturity, because sometimes the only way you know you need air is if you're drowning. If you just breathing and breathing, you don't know you need oxygen because you're taking for granted that you're breathing. But when you lack oxygen, when you lack that freedom, when you lack that connectedness, when you lack that submergence in something real, and you start to feel that need for oxygen, it becomes very evident, and you make a choice. Do I want to live, or do I want to continue to drown and die on the vine? And I think most people are scared to death of making the choice to not drown. They'd rather drown like the Titanic, motherfucker. Why 50,000 people on one boat? I don't know. But the shit sank, and then all the people drowned in one place. That's stupid. If you know the water is rising, you know the tide rising, get your ass out the water. So there's it, and then I feel like we have difficulty learning from our experience, especially in a day and age where we will justify everything.
Yeah.
There is a justification for everything.
Yeah.
That prevents accountability, which prevents maturity, which prevents evolution.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
If you know what I'm saying. So if, for example, a perfect example, a few years ago, I got robbed on Craigslist. Filed charges, all that. But the dumb asshole, social media, you gotta love it because it is purposeful. Posted all his shit on social media. So I found him.
Wow.
Report, his people. Now I'm going through all of this trauma. His people posting on social media like, it's lies, free our son. Oh, really? So a black boy robs a black woman, and his family response is not to say, you take accountability for what you have done. It is to make me look like a liar. But the proof was in the pudding. He had the stolen shit on him. So I just, that my point is, when you have a platform, when you have a space that creates the ability to not one, just morph your entire identity altogether, two, create a sense of very, very powerful but very unsubstantiated credibility, and three, gives you this space to believe that truth is negotiable, then you're going to have a bunch of people who are very, very emotionally immature, who are very, very emotionally unaware. Yeah. And that is what, and we talking about a generation of kids who are raised on social media. Yeah. We talking about a generation of parents who is on social media with their kids. So who is teaching who? Who is teaching who what? Who is learning?
That's true. And then, I mean,
new school.
Right? New school. Yes. So this definitely is going to turn is going to be a part two because um we just it's just a very heavy topic.
Heavy topic. It
Um
is.
this is the new ER emotional response. Me and Andy are co-hosting from this point moving forward in this journey.
And we'll
Because
be here with y'all on Mondays,
yes,
Wednesdays. We are here with
yes,
y'all. We
yes,
are here with y'all.
yes.
With
With
y'all.
that's the operative
With.
word. It with don't think you're alone in it, and that's what we want to remind people. So tune in this coming Wednesday. This concludes AR, and as we evolve in our partnership, you know, you'll see added features to the podcast and
You
just
know, some good stuff, some cool things we got on the table.
yep,
But you know, we want y'all to have a very, very, very well week. You
yes,
know, not good, bad, better, best. Just be well,
yes,
and whatever that means for you, whatever that means for you in a particular moment, in a particular space, please do that. Please be that. Please have that. Please experience that because it's vital to to your existence,
yes.
which will evolve into you learning how to live. But that's another conversation, some other days. But I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. And again, I'm here with y'all.
Yes, so tune in.
Ivy's here with y'all. We're here. We are here. So
Yes.
we are here. And we will see y'all on Wednesday.
Yes. This concludes ER Emotional Response Podcast.